we should be good. Oh, you got the coaches, the coach quad up there. That's a sick one. Get yourself in, guys. Quentin Gibson down. Herman Moore down. Get yourself going. That's a good spot right there. Jeremiah Love off the board. We're back up with a 10-second timer. Keenan McCardle down. Let's go. Who's taking the next spot? Titan getting it. Steve Spurrier down. Guys, get yourself in. This is the second half of this case. Did not hit an SSP in the first half. Only hit one booklet in the first half. Got a lot of opportunities here. A lot of opportunities here. Adam Vinatieri off the board. We're back up. Still got Dan Marino. Still got Randy Moss. Still got Rob Gronkowski. Brett Favre. Randall Cunningham. Kurt Warner. Lenoris Sellers. You've got opportunities galore here. Garrett Nussmeier just went down. Let's go. We're back up. You only have 10 seconds. So set a max bid. $5. Leonard Marshall down. Let's go. Mario Craver down. We're back up. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Brian Urlacher down. Let's go. Beep boop 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 boop. Beep boop 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 boop. Phil McConkey down. Let's go. Brett Favre down. We're back up here. We got Dan Marino. We got Randy Moss. What the hell did I just do? We got Dan Marino. We got Randy Moss. Your top two. You got Rob Gronkowski up here. Joe Thomas down. Jabari Simmons down. Get yourself in. Let's hit a big card for a friend. Let's hit a nuts booklet right here, right now. Boomer Esiason off the board. Henry Ellard off the board. See the coaches in a quad booklet. That would be insane. That would be so crazy. Michael Taffy down. Let's go. $4. 10 seconds, guys. Set a max bid. Davian St. Clair down. Get yourself in. Throw Rivas down. 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Gary Clark off the board. Wes Welker down. Caleb Downs off the board. Thurman Thomas off the board. Travion Wisner off the board. Got 10 seconds. Set a max bid. Still got Dan Marino, Randy Moss, Rob Gronkowski, Randall Cunningham up here. Kurt Warner's up here as well. The other Kurt Warner. The real Kurt Warner. Doug Williams down. Anthony Hill Jr. off the board. Billy Joe Dupree down. Lenora Sellers down. Half case right now of Silhouette. Jim Kelly down. Get yourself in, friends. Gideon Davidson off the board. Ken Anderson off the board. Let's go. Jason Peters down. You still have huge spots here with Dan Marino, Randy Moss, Rob Gronkowski, Randall Cunningham. We're running 10-second. 10-second sudden deaths here, friends. DJ Moore down. Set a max bid. Set a max bid. Do not get sniped. It's only 10 seconds. And that could turn into a huge spot that turns into a huge card. Keyshawn Johnson down. Let's go. Let's go. $4 for crew. DeCorian Moore down. Let's go. 10 seconds. Set a max bid. Mean Joe Green down. Let's get it going. Oh, payment failed. Titan got. The reroll mojo. Titan got. David Carr down. Get yourself back in. Sterling Sharp down. Get yourself in. Eddie George down. John Gruden down. We're back up. 10 seconds every time. Randy Moss off the board. Randy Moss is a huge spot. That's a huge spot right there. Nick Foles down. Still got Dan Marino here. Rob Gronkowski here. Corey Dillon down. Stephen Davis off the board. Corey Barney Jr. down. Harry Johnson off the board. Pat Surtain down. We're running out of spots here, friends. Running out of spots. You still got Dan Marino up here. Andre Tippett off the board. Get it going. You still got Dan Marino, Rob Gronkowski, Randall Cunningham, Kurt Warner. Lorenzo Neal down. Calvin Hill off the board. Larry Fitzgerald off the board. Yourself in. We are at the Troy Aikman off the board. We're back up. Out of all of them, you want Hines Ward. Keelan Russell down. Ted Hendricks off the board. Let's go. Still got Dan Marino here, which is crazy. Randall Cunningham down. Parker Livingstone down. Marcel Reed down. Dan Marino's still here. Look at these names on this board. That's everyone that's left. That's everyone that's left. Set a max bid. Money Manziel down. John down. We're back up. 10 seconds. Set a max bid. Dan Marino live. Rob Gronkowski live. Kurt Warner, Dylan Raiola. Talon Taylor. I promise you I wouldn't go to extended bidding. I promise you I wouldn't. Set a max bid. The fact that Dan Marino is still alive is crazy. And that's a crazy name too. Michael Strahan down. Let's go. Julius Peppers down. We're back up. We're back up. 10 spots left. Dan Marino still alive. Rob Gronkowski still alive. Kurt Warner, Dylan Raiola, Hines Ward, Doug Flutie, Chris Chambers, Dan Hampton. The hell, Tim Tebow off the board. I don't even see Tim Tebow on this thing. It's not showing everybody apparently. We've also got Ty Simpson. I don't know why he's not showing. You've got big names for sure. Some of them aren't showing for some reason. I don't know what's going on with that. Dan Hampton off the board. But Dan Marino is there for sure. Rob Gronkowski, Kurt Warner are there for sure. Doug Flutie down. Holy crap. There's Ty Simpson down. Yeah, Ty Simpson was the only one not showing. So now everybody else is on this board. Dan Marino, Rob Gronkowski, Kurt Warner, Dylan Raiola, Hines Ward, Chris Chambers. That is a nuts final six. That is an insane final six. Hines Ward down. Let's go. Let's go. Dan Marino's still here. Dan Marino's still live. That's insane. Dylan Raiola down. We're back up. 4 spots left. This is a crazy Final Four. This is a crazy Final Four. Dan Marino down. Dan Marino down. We got 3 left. Kurt Warner, Chris Chambers, Rob Gronkowski. That's still a sick 3. Chris Chambers down. 2 spots left. Rob Gronkowski, Kurt Warner. Rob Gronkowski down. Last spot is Kurt Warner. Last spot is Kurt Warner. Get yourself in. Who's taking it? The world's best cashier. Kurt Warner down. All right, it's full. Are there any trades? Does anybody want to trade? Got 4 spots for Young. All right, so is everybody vibing with what they got? Still reviewing my names. I mean, I'm giving you guys a second for sure. Wait a second, guys. All right, looks like everything is good. All right. That's your first team sheet right there for AJ Green to David Carr. Gonna give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come on. It doesn't want to connect to the printer, which is kind of wild to me. There you go. All right, cool. It doesn't want to print anything. Awesome. That's your second team sheet right there. D'Angelo Hall to Cam Chancellor. Going to give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Does it work now? Nope, sure doesn't. Cool, whatever. Don't care. I'll get it taken care of in the back end. That's your third screenshot. Kanye Udo to Sam Levitt. Going to give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And that's your final screenshot, Sam Madison to Zion Branch. Going to give you 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you guys so much for everybody who got in. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Final break of the night, S41. Here we go! Let's rip, everybody. Break S41 is live. My name is Bruce. I'm your host for the evening. This is my best friend and co-host, as always. His name is Barwin James. He loves you so much. I can't believe you. Guess you're going to go... Mwah. Silhouette. First die cut, Sean Alexander. Trevion Wisner. Sterling Sharp to 49. Chris Henry Jr. auto to 199. Chris Henry Jr. going to Big Diesel. Big Diesel with the first snipe of the break. Good double die cut. Mario Craver, Superstars to 49. Nate Frazier, Superstars. Brian Bosworth. Nate Frazier patch to 99. All right, Nate Frazier. Nate Frazier going to Big Diesel. Troy Aikman die cut. Tiki Barber. Joe Horn to 99. Leroy Butler auto to 199. Going to Ruckus. Joe Montana, handcrafted. Decorian Moore. Peyton Manning to 149. And a Lenoris Sellers patch to 49. Lenoris Sellers patch going to America. Let's go to box number 2. Emmitt Smith, handcrafted. Thurman Thomas. Julio Jones to 75. Mario Williams patch auto to 99. Going to Bubba. Terrell Davis. Joe Horn. Colin Simmons, 125. Leroy Butler auto. Going to Ruckus. Okay. All right. Sure, why not? Why not? I'll just put that right there. Cool. Arch Manning Superstar. Darryl Green. Terrell Owens to 99. Gunnar Stockton on the patch to 99. Going to Burn. Pillars of the game, Joe Theismann. Charles Woodson. Devin Hester to 15. Going to Northman. And a Herman Moore patch auto to 99. Going to Titan. Box number 3. Peyton Manning, Pillars of the Game. Zachariah Branch. Caleb Downs is 75. Steve Smith, patch to 99. Going to G-Dub. Doug Williams. Chris Henry Jr. Dylan Stewart, 149. And a Clyde Simmons patch auto to 99. Going to Dafik. Terrell Davis. AJ Green. Brett Favre to 99. Garrett Nussmeier patch to 49. Going to Titan. It's a thicky one. It's a thicky one, friends. Ray Lewis, Pillars of the Game. Terrell Davis. Randall Cunningham. We just got 2 patches here. Keith Miller patch auto to 199. Going to Ruckus. And a Dave Krieg patch auto to 199. Oh. Going to Northman. Just had 2 patch autos in that. Okay. Not mad about that. Hopefully that doesn't count as a case hit. It is Panini. Panini likes doing Panini things. Bo Jackson, Pillars of the Game. Jim Kelly. Tim Tebow to 125. Zachariah Branch. Patch auto for Bubba to 199. Yo! What up? Jerome Bettis, Pillars of the Game. Did I have Branch? No, Zachariah Branch. You had Zion Branch, not Zachariah Branch. Mike Vrabel. Nick Foles to 149. Eli Manning patch to 99. Going to America. Too many branches. Their names are oddly similar. Devin Hester, Pillars of the Game to 49. Joe Horn. Oh, yeah, we got another die cut here. Dan Marino, handcrafted. Kurt Warner, the one with the C. Kurt Warner to 199. Going to Slim. And how about a Kurt Warner on the Vanta? What the hell just happened? What? How about a Kurt Warner? The other one. Going America. Well, that was weird. That was very strange. I see what they did there. Yeah, I don't. Too many Kurts. Yeah, dude. What a weird situation. Someone had to have done that on purpose, right? Like, they had to have done that on purpose. Sam Levitt Superstars. Eric Dickerson. Eli Manning to 99. Avery Johnson patch to 99. Going to Diesel. How do I get one of these? Like a box, you would have to order one. Maybe Panini's still selling them. I'm not 100% sure. We have been doing breaks. My break today, everybody got in, and you were assigned a player. There was an auction, and TikTok assigned you a player after you won the auction. I don't know where individual boxes are because I don't think they have any boxes for sale right now. Vance's case hit, right? Well, I don't like those words, Sparrow, but people do say that that is the SSP for sure. All right, final box here. Marcus Allen to 49. Julian saying. AJ Green on the patch auto for T-Bert. And we got a Jerome Bettis as well. So Montana. Bernal Brown. Caleb Downs to 99. And a Dan Deerdorf patch auto to 199. Going to K-Dub. I got 2 packs left. Charles Woodson Superstars. Lawrence Taylor. Randall Cunningham to 125. Chris Samuels on the auto. Going to America. I got 1 pack left. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. Devin Hester, Pillars of the Game. Randy Moss. Parker Livingstone to 149. And our final card is a Bruce Smith. How fitting. How fitting that we end on a Bruce. Bruce Smith patch. Going to Morph. Numbered to 49. And that is your break. Let's go over the fridge here, friends. Leroy Butler auto. Leroy Butler auto. Chris Henry Jr. auto. Nate Frazier patch. Lenora Sellers patch. Mario Williams patch auto. Gunnar Stockton patch. Bruce Smith patch. Dang, I wish I would have had Zach Branch. Yeah. Chris Samuels auto. Dan Deerdorf patch auto. AJ Green patch auto. Avery Johnson patch. Kurt Warner auto. Vanta SSP Kurt Warner. Eli Manning patch. Zachariah Branch patch auto. Dave Krieg patch auto. Keith Miller patch auto. Garrett Nussmeier patch. Clyde Simmons patch auto. Steve Smith senior patch. Devin Hester to 15. And a Herman Moore patch auto. That's it, friends. That's the end of the night. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me tonight. I do appreciate it. I will be back tomorrow night. Ready to do some more stuff. Ready to hit some more cards for some more friends. As always, I greatly appreciate you. I greatly appreciate you for hanging out with me. For being here. For just being yourselves. For being awesome. That's really what it's all about. Thank you guys as always. I love you so much. I'll be back tomorrow. Does it ship tomorrow? We generally tell people like 2 to 3 business days, America. We generally tell people 2 to 3 business days because we've got like 5 channels running simultaneously. So, but that's it for me. I love you all so much. I will be back tomorrow night, right around 8 o'clock Eastern. Where you out of Tampa, Florida? I'll be back 8 o'clock Eastern. You're hanging out with some other people during the day. I have no idea who's here. I stopped checking. I stopped checking. I love you so much. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye. Goodbye. If you're over on Twitch and YouTube, I have